Welcome to another episode of Before the Millions Trading Academy. Today I'm going over how to handle a losing streak. Now, losing streak is unfortunately something that every single trader is going to face in their lifetime, right? You may face it multiple times, and that's just the nature of the business, right? So in this video, you're going to learn how to handle those situations, how to cut that losing streak short, and how to understand what went wrong so that you can avoid them. You can get back on track to getting that money, right? So let's go and get into the sauce. It's not going to be a long video at all, but I'm just going to give you 5 steps that's just going to really put you in position, because you never want to have those big dips in your trading, right? You only want to have 4 things ever happen to your trading account, whether in one singular trade or just a series of trades, which is first, a small win, right? So a small win is okay. A big win is what we want. That's okay. A small loss, that's okay. And a break even, that's okay. But you don't want to ever see a big loss, whether that's one trade or just your entire trading account as a whole. You never want to see a big loss. And if you follow your strategy and your strategy is profitable, and you follow some of these rules I'm about to give you right now, you guys are you're gonna keep your trading results to those four different examples that I just gave you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, you have to remember your rules. So first and foremost, as a trader, you have to have a system to your trading. If you don't have a system, you don't have anything to fall back on. You have nothing to track when things go wrong to see, is it the strategy, is it the market conditions, or is it me, right? Because it could be you or it could be a bit of both. So just having rules and having a system allows you to go back and see, okay, cool, you know what? I shouldn't have took this trade, or I should have took this trade like this. Like, you can know exactly what to fix, because if you never know what went wrong, you're just going to completely be ignorant to what's going on, and you're just gonna keep falling into the same trap over and over and over again. And I was always taught when I was young that that's the definition of a fool. When you go through something, don't learn the lesson from that situation, and you just keep going through that situation over and over, you're a fool. But someone that just simply doesn't know anything, they're not a fool. They're just simply ignorant. They just lack the knowledge. And a wise person is not somebody that knows everything. It's somebody that learns something and takes what they learned from that and never makes that mistake again. And now they can go through that situation and prosper every single time, right? So that's a wise person. So you want to be very wise when it comes to your trading. And that is only possible when you have some certain guidelines to go against, right? So you can look back and say, you know what? I was supposed to take this trade. Okay, cool. So I understand. And this is actually something that I did in my personal trading, and I advise you guys to do this exercise. Go through the last trade you took, let's say in the last month. And now I want you to back test with your strategy, back test the last month, and see exactly what trades you were supposed to take according to your rules. Now that you're not trading, right? Hindsight is 2020. You're gonna see how much money you would have made in that particular month. Now I want you to go look at your own personal trading account and see how much money you made. So let's say if you followed all your rules, you're supposed to make $3,000, and in your personal account you made $1,000. Now you see there's a $2,000 gap difference. You have to figure out exactly to the trade, why is my trading account not reflecting my back testing of what was supposed to happen if I followed all my rules? And you'll be able to see certain trades. It could have been because you entered too late. It could have been because you entered too early. You exited too early. You didn't allow your trade to go, full on to its TP because you got scared. Whatever the case may be, and you'll be able to see to the dollar amount. And when you're able to see to that detail, it really starts to tug at you at a different level than if I'm just telling you, hey, I promise you're not following your rules all the way to the T, and that's impacting your results. You might be like, okay, yeah, I know that, and still go on Monday and do the same thing when the market opens, right? So when you're able to see those numbers, I promise you, it changes everything. So secondly, you have to have a risk rule for when you go into drawdown, especially for those that trade funded accounts. You have to have a rule. So for me, it's when I'm down. So let's say I can only lose 6%. When I'm down 2%, so I'm risking 1% per trade. Once I'm down 2%, I now risk 0.5%, right? Until I'm down 4%. If I'm down 4%, now I'm risking 1/4 of a trade till 6%, and it's over with. So what that gives me is first 2 trades, that's 2. The next 2%, that's 4 trades, so that's 6. And the next 2%, I have 8 trades because I'm going by 1/4. So 6 plus 8 is 14, right? So now I have 14 total trades, and we're talking about losses back to back. So only way I can blow my funded account is if I lose 14 trades back to back to back to back to back to back. And I'm going for a 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk to reward, sometimes more. So that puts me in a good position. So even when you're going through losing streaks and you may take losses back to back, and let's say you are following your rules, it's part of trading. At least as you're taking these losses, it begins to get smaller, right? And as you go back in profit, you just begin to build it back up. And once you're, back up 1% or back up in profit, you keep 1% going, keep 1% going. You don't have to up it, just keep 1% going. Maybe if you build enough cushion, you can start to up it, right? But you just have to think in that type of mindset. Don't start risking more because you're down, right? That's a gambler's mindset. That's a revenge mindset. Trying to come back harder. That's not what you want to do as a trader. You want to definitely stay in the game longer, because you may be following your rules and just be going through a market condition that's not conducive to your style, which is perfectly fine. So you have to be able to weather that storm. Next, never lose faith in your strategy. And the only way you're not going to lose faith in your strategy is if you constantly backtest your strategy. So during times of losing streaks, you may start to look for other methods. And that's probably what got you in that losing streak in the first place. You was trying to go try new trading methods and it messed you up, because that's what happens to the best of us. But the only way to not lose faith, because you may be following your rules and just be going through a simple losing streak, backtest your strategy. Look at other times in the past, go through different dates, backtest your strategy, and what you're going to see is the data is going to remind you whether you have something good on your hands, you're just going through a rough patch, or the data will let you know that, this doesn't work, bro. Because some people are trading with bad strategies, and you just don't know that. So you're going through a losing streak, but it's just a bad strategy. So if you backtest it, you'll see, oh wait, this is bad, and then you don't have to keep losing money, But hopefully, as a trader, you've done that process before you put money in the market and started trading. You actually have a strategy and a method. But just go back and backtest it. That's going to remind you. It's going to put faith in your ability. Just like if you played sports, you may have a bad game. Let's say you play basketball, you may have a bad game. What should you do? You should go to the gym and start to put your shots up, put the reps in. And it's going to remind you how good you really are. You're going to get your rhythm back. You're going to get your flow back. And that way you'll be able to get back into the markets and, get back to work. Number 4, don't start looking for new ways to trade. Like I said, that's probably what got you messed up in the first place. Trying to add positions. That happened to me a lot. And that sent you on tilt. One thing I realized with trading is your mind can only withstand so much trauma or pain, right? Until it's just like, I don't want to do this, or you kind of just want to take a break or take a step back. And that's just with everything, right? You can only work out for so long. You can only do something or get beat or endure pain for so long. Certain people are longer than others. Certain people are shorter than others. And when you take a loss, you're losing money. That's pain, whether you like it or not. I know you don't like it. It's pain, right? So when you don't follow your rules and you take a trade, the thing is, you get hit with double pain, because 1, you lost money, so you're already feeling that pain. Secondly, you didn't follow your rules, so you broke your rules, so you're already feeling guilty about breaking your rules, and then you lost, so now it doubly hurts. So you really want to, don't try to go find new things. Unless you backtest and you see your thing doesn't work, stick with what you got. And finally, understand probability. How probability works is like rolling the dice. You have to understand, even if you know that you have an edge in the market, there's still, let's say you 70-30, there's still a 30% chance you're going to lose. And out of 10 trades, them three losses can come back to back to back. You cannot forget that. So imagine in a series of 100 trades, you can get 30 losses back to back to back. Of course, it's unlikely to happen, but if you understand probability, you understand it's possible. So you have to keep faith in your strategy, stay strong, stay disciplined, and go get to that bag. If you follow these rules, I promise you, losing streaks will not last long. You'll be able to weather the storm and get back to that money. Enjoy the rest of your day. This is Before the Million Trading Academy, your boy Mike, and we're out of here.